Hi there, what we're going to try and do is create this image, which is basically, that's my version of this commercial for the Barbican classical music season, which I think we talked about. As he's portraying a woman showing a few different emotions, and these kind of tinted multiple copies of the same image overlaid. So this is the version I came up with. So let's get started on showing you how I made this. So I'm going to make a new image. I'm going to make it for print, A4 and landscape, I think, and let's create a new blank document. That will do it. So I need to place embed an image. Now I found this picture of John Cooper Clarke. There he goes. And the reason I picked this image is it's got multiple images of the same person on a fairly plain background. That's useful because if you're trying to cut somebody out and they're on a really busy background, you're really making work for yourself. So if you can find somebody who's been shot on I think it's called an infinity curve. It's like a big sheet of paper draped on a photographic studio wall. Right, and we need to start by cutting some of these people out. So I'm going to use object selection tool. I'm going to make sure object finder's turned off because it's a new feature, but it really annoys me, and it's I find it confusing to use. So I've just dragged a box around John Cooper Clarke. Once it's selected like that, and it's done a good enough job for what we need, I'm going to do new layer via copy. And if I turn off my other layer, you see we've got one of those cut out there. And then I'm going to do the same thing again, selecting another image of John Cooper Clarke, Manchester's most famous poet. And again, it's done a reasonably good job of making a selection. We can improve on it, but for this one it'll be fine. New layer via copy. So we've got a second copy of him, and select the original image again, because if I try and make my selection on this one, there's nothing in the background. Let's drag a box around him, and it's done a reasonably good job again. So I'm going to right click, new layer via copy, and then I can turn this image off, and I've got 3 different images. Right, I want to arrange them in the center of this image, so I'm just going to select layer 2 in this case, and just get John until we're about in the middle of the image. Can you see that pink line which shows up? There we go. That's showing us the center of the image. So we've got a green, a blue and a pink to do. So how are we going to make him green? I think I'm going to go now I'll say this, the phrase more than one way to skin a cat. So if you can come up with a different way of doing this, by all means go for it. There's not a right or wrong, this whatever works. Let's have a look. Hue saturation. No, I don't want hue saturation. I want let's have a look. Solid color. What have we got in there? Nah, solid color is not what we want. Hue saturation. Let's try colorize. Now, can you see it's affecting this one and the layer below it? So it's affecting John Cooper Clarke number 3 also. So I need to turn on clip, which is this button here. See, now it's only affecting the layer directly underneath of it. And I'm just changing the color, so we needed a green one. That can be the green one. So I'm thinking I did this differently last time. Let me just check what I did last time. I did a black and white layer, and I used tint and picked a colour. This is exactly what I'm saying about more than one way to skin a cat. Right, let's select layer 3, which is John Cooper Clarke on the right. And should we do hue saturation again? Again, clip to the layer. And, need to check colorize. And we got a red one. Did we do? I forgot what colours I said there were. Pink, blue, and green. So let's see if there's a pink in here. That's kind of pink. Increasing the saturation will make it more bold. That's fine. Let's call that one pink. Let's call that one green. And we'll call this top one blue. Just so we know what we're doing. How did I do this one? I did a black and white. Let's try that just for variety. Black and white. Tint. Clip it. And we're trying to make it blue, aren't we? So we're probably increasing the cyan. We can click this box here. Blue, wasn't it? Blue. There we go. Like that. So we've got a blue one. Yeah, so I turned on tint, picked a colour, and then we're good to go. So I want to move these so they're all kind of on top of each other, but kind of offset a little bit. Now obviously, when we look at our original image, these are all a bit see-through and you can see through them. So how can we do that? And I'm thinking we can turn down overlay to make them kind of transparent. So I've gone 47%. Let's go 64%. Let's turn that one back a bit. Hang on, I'm on the effect, not the image. There we go. Let's just dial that back. It's the green one I want more prominent, so he looks like he's at the front. That's kind of doing it. But there's a bit of fine adjusting. Blue one, bit more opaque. That's better, because I want the middle figure be more bold, but the other one's kind of visible behind him. This is good. Now this has got like a patchy coloured background in there. So if I go to my background layer, make a new layer, and then go to gradient tool, and I've got blues up here, pinks. I've actually got a pinky blue gradient there already. I'm going to use that. And this is a radial gradient. Let's just try and drag a radial gradient out. That looks alright. And we can adjust the crossover between the pink and the blue here. But that's fine. That's fine. And then I put some text on it. Now the text reads bottom to top, but it's not stacked vertically, so the letters are on the side here. So to do that, I'm gonna make myself some bigger text first, and it's going in white, and we want it on above the top layer. So let's do put caps lock on Clarke. It's John Cooper Clarke. I'm going to scale it up, rotate it around, holding shift to constrain it to size. Oh, and I want it about the same size as he is. There we go. Looks good to me. We should leave it like that. Obviously you can change font and kern it a bit if you're so inclined. But the point of this is there's more than one way of achieving the same kind of goal using Photoshop. The real trick is selecting a person if you're going to cut them out. Try and find a person on a plain background, or if you're taking the photograph yourself, take it on a plain background, just so you're giving yourself every chance when it comes to cutting them out.